Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NBA news. Let's get right to it. So, congratulations. I want to give a quick congratulations to the 2022-23 Defensive Player of the Year. It's officially been announced as Jaren Jackson Jr. Congratulations to him. People say, oh, it's extremely undeserving, but I think it's a deserving candidate. The best defensive player all season, I thought, was Jaren Jackson Jr. But I feel like the Lakers are about to put that defensive player of the year out of the playoffs. But maybe they'll be a first round exit, though. But they're so stacked, though. They might be a superstar away from being like a championship favorite, possibly. Bill Simmons. He says the Lakers might have won the Anthony Davis trade. Bill Simmons, man, says might. They might. Anthony Davis trade deadline debate in 2023. What the hell is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? That's my reaction to an Anthony Davis trade debate in 2023. They might have. That debate was over if the Lakers won a chip. And they've already won a chip with AD, and the Pelicans don't even have Lonzo anymore. Of course they won the trade. Like, they've had that trade once since 2020 where they won the championship that year. Bill Simmons, every time he speaks, is like, I might be retarded. That clip of Alex Jones saying, I might be retarded. That's Bill Simmons. The Pelicans didn't even make the playoffs this year. I mean, come on. The get-in price for the next home game is $370. The get-in price for the next Cavs home game is $59, which is tonight's game against the New York Knicks. In Game 2 of the NBA playoffs, $59 get-in price. The Knicks $370. But that's just wild. It's nothing compared to the Lakers price, though. But New York's just a better city than Cleveland. I mean, it's New York. What do you expect? New York's a bigger market than, say, Cleveland. One's New York, one's Cleveland. There's no surprises there. Paul George believed Herbert Jones should have won the Defensive Player of the Year on the Podcast P show. And he's amazing. He's an amazing defensive player and should make all NBA defensive teams in the future. Is PG endorsing for defensive player this year? Because that's not happening, obviously, with Jaren Jackson Jr. winning it. But Paul George does know NBA ball, but Herb Jones, I mean, he's a great defender. I can see him being a defensive player of the year one day, but definitely not over Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't think so. I understand what he's saying, definitely, but he does know ball, but he's not better than Jaren Jackson Jr. So the official non-draft lottery order for the draft, Atlanta has the 15th pick, Minnesota the 16th pick to Utah, Lakers with the 17th pick, Miami with the 18th pick, Golden State with the 19th pick, the Clippers number 20 to Houston, 21 Phoenix goes to Brooklyn in the KD trade. Brooklyn at 22, New York goes to Portland in the Josh Hart trade. Sacramento 24, Memphis 25, Cleveland 26 goes to Indiana, Denver to Charlotte via New York and Oklahoma City, Philadelphia to Utah, Boston to Indiana, and Milwaukee to the LA Clippers via Houston. So that's the official non-lottery draft order. So that's 15 through 30. So Torrey Craig, on whether he saw a playoff career high 22 points coming via Phoenix Suns. I mean, yeah, if Zubac is going to be guarding me, yeah, said Torrey Craig on his playoff career of 22 points. I mean, Zubac was too busy getting more rebounds than your number 1 overall pick, Mr. Ayton. And sadly, it's just true. If Ayton is going to be a force, there's no chance. Two awesome jump shooters aren't going to win the playoffs without some grit and heart helping out under the paint. And they basically let him score. Zubac was barely guarding this man. But good motivation, I guess, regardless. But NBA players throw so much shade at each other lately. And I don't think Torrey Craig knows he lost the game. Like, you lost the game, old man. You are not him, Torrey Craig. Josh Hart is doubtful for Game 2 due to an ankle injury via Knicks PR. And so he's doubtful to play, which that's a big loss for the New York Knicks. It's a big depth piece off the bench. Doubtful to play. Gotta get well soon. Hart is key to this bench. He does everything you want in a basketball player. And it evens the matchup for the Cavs. They're one man down. They're always one man down when Okoro takes the court. Yeah, it's a big loss, though, if he doesn't play. Isaac Okora's been speaking with the referees to make them aware of Jalen Brunson's antics. No, nodding your head back, falling on the ground when not a lot of physicality is used on you. You're down 0 for 1. Like, get over it. Okoro was really bothered y'all. But he's mad he's gonna get cut tomorrow. He's just trash. There's significant doubt that Ja Morant will be able to play Game 2, per Woj ESPN. Yeah, there's some doubt he's going to be able to play Game 2. He suffered that hand injury against the Lakers and their loss at home to the Lakers in Game 1. So, it's next man up. Tyus Jones is probably going to be the starting point guard going forward until Ja Morant comes back. It's Tyus Jones' legacy series now. Just Ja Morant's always injury prone now. But they look severe. I'm having doubts of availability throughout this series. Mark Cuban says he asked the NBA to adjust charging rules. They're trying to change the rules for a guy who plays football, basketball, and the guy who launches himself at defenders on a nightly basis, trying to chase highlight dunks for ESPN. Worry about adjusting your roster first. It's like, is this like an old man yells at clouds? Like, come on. PG is not just a friend, he's a brother. Our kids go to the same school, we hang out. He understands my value and what I bring to the table, not just as a basketball player, but what I bring as a person. I value that a lot. Russ on PG. And Russ is one of the most humble players in the league. Like, yeah, he went 3 for 19 last night, but his defense was the reason they won that game. His defense was really the reason they were able to win that game. Colin Cowherd said, if you think Jordan Poole is a great player, you don't know basketball. Quote, Colin Cowherd. I mean, sure, he's not been great. Look, I don't think he's a great player. Wouldn't say he's great, but his ceiling is high, though. Low floor, though. He just needs to get better defense and some better shot selection. Just better shot selection, IQ. Just slow down with the basketball sometimes. He had great efficiency last year on a championship team. He's not a bad player. So, Sham said, this is who Austin Reeves reminds me of, Gordon Hayward. Because they're both white. They play nothing alike. There's nothing I hate more than these kind of comparisons. They don't even play like each other. The Athletic's Zach Harper says the NBA should ban charges. The charge isn't really a basketball play. It's really not. Especially not anymore. Not with today's athleticism. The charge is a bailout call for the defense. Well, then we take away charges with all these rules on defense. We might as well not even play defense then. How about we just let the offensive player run over the defensive player? Oh wait, that's football, sir. Jesus, why does everyone want to make it so easy to score? Now, Stephen A. Smith said there's no debating that Tahu might be the best coach in all of basketball. Which maybe you can make an argument. I feel like you can make an argument, though. He's top 5 for sure when it comes to getting the most out of a playoff contending team. I'd agree with that. Gilbert Arenas says 25-year-old Gilbert Arenas was better than 25-year-old Steph Curry. Jeez, man. Eric Bledsoe and Michael Beasley's teams in China have been disqualified from the CBA playoffs after being accused of fixing a playoff game. They've never seen 5 turnovers like that before, I guess. That was crazy. Reggie Miller said Tyler Hero is a bigger loss to the Miami Heat than Giannis Antetokounmpo is to the Milwaukee Bucks. Jesus, dude, this dude's the worst in the business. I mean, I guess he's got a point, but I guess he's just trying to be different. Utah Jazz Insider says Austin Reeves is worth a 4-year, $99 million contract. And Utah's already trying to fight over for him this offseason. And of course it's Utah. But he's getting $50 million and he'll be happy with that. Utah Jazz's value has increased by 28.5% since Dwayne Wade joined the team's ownership group. Damn, what am I supposed to do with this information? Klay Thompson has an expectation that he will be rewarded with a max level contract extension this offseason. So I guess he's 33 and wants to stay with the Warriors till he's 38. But a max doesn't mean he'll play till 38. So Nikola Jokic and Kendrick Perkins, they said, I don't really listen to those people. Yeah, that's all safe for this video. Until next time, I'll